think darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
What's up, everybody? It's your friend Seabear, and you heard right. That was Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. And I'm not gonna lie. Was this quote, this movie quote, necessary? No. But the nerd in me wanted to use it. So we can look at his words. He says, "I was born in it," referring to the dark, molded by it. And I think this is something that we can carry over into our lives. I'm sure you all know that people are not dealt the best situation. They weren't born into the best family. Their parents could be drug addicts. Someone in their family could have died at a young age that really changed their life. And overall, their just childhood and their upbringing was ruined and just totally different from the normal life that people have. But they don't let that get in the way of success. They go against the opposition. They don't fall a victim to it. And you also have people on the other hand who just let that darkness consume them, that dark that they're born into. They don't rise above it and let it strengthen them. One of my good friends from college, he did not have a great upbringing. He lost both of his parents at an early age and just hopped from foster home to foster home. And he's doing fantastic now. An architect, he's great on the guitar. He's very close with God. He just overcame his struggles. And no, I'm sure he's dealing with a lot of it now. But he doesn't let it define him. He doesn't let it bring him down. He did not fall a victim to the darkness he was born into. And he overcame those struggles. But then I know people at the complete opposite end. One example that I can think of off the top of my head is one of my best friends' girlfriend. Unfortunately, she has issues with her father, just a bad relationship and a lot of complicated stuff going on. But it seems like she blames every single bad outcome on her father. She lets that rule over her life. And I think that's just a horrible way to look at it. Don't let that darkness, that dark that you were born into, define who you are. Your darkness may not be as extreme as those examples that I just gave, but it's still all about your mindset, how you're going to deal with the bad. Are you going to let it define you? Or are you going to let it strengthen you? And the biggest thing you need to have is resilience. You need to build up a resilient mindset. It'll help you overcome these struggles that you've been dealing with, this bad cards that you were dealt. Just being able to get through the horrible, unfortunate circumstances you have. And a lot of times you can't do it on your own. You're going to need external support. So I'd just say talk to people, find a mentor, find teachers, or just supportive adults who have been in your situation, or just have an alternative perspective on what's going on with your darkness. And a lot of people, they're scared. They're scared to just fall back in that cycle or that situation that they were born into. And I was one of these people. I was scared that I was going to pick up on my parents' habits and they don't have a good outcome. And the way I overcame it is I just realized that I am not them. They do not define who I am. And I am strong. I can pave my own path. I'm not going to fall towards someone else's bad habits that just ruin their life. I'm not going to be that one. I'm not going to be the person who falls in the cycle of addiction. I'm going to step away and just have different life goals compared to them. I'm going to have an internal drive, which I do have an internal drive, that will just prevent me from being anything like them, being in that situation. Because if you're born in a bad situation because it's your family, doesn't make it okay for you to be just like them. You cannot conform to their habits or the lifestyle that they live. You can't have your own life. And it just comes down to standing up for yourself, realizing that you are your own person, and people will not define who you are. And your parents or wherever you grew up will not define the type of person you're going to be. So you have to have an internal drive to break the cycle. And I want to talk about cognitive reframing. So I don't know if you guys have heard this, but cognitive reframing is just a powerful psychological tool that involves changing the way you perceive and react to your circumstances. It's just particularly useful for individuals who've grown up in challenging environments. And it's such a powerful tool to reframe and shift one's view from victimhood to empowerment and allowing them to see the potential growth and opportunity and adversity that they have. And there's certain steps to cognitive reframing. There's awareness, which is basically just the first step to become aware of the negative thoughts that just occur in your mind automatically. So you need to be aware that you're having these and have a conscious thought that these thoughts are coming in. And then the second is just questioning. Encourage questioning these thoughts. Are they true? Are they helpful to your situation? Do they make your situation better? And then what evidence supports or contradicts them? And when you finally question these thoughts, realize if they're valid or not, you need to think of an alternative. You need to have more positive and just realistic thoughts and more thoughts in your mind that you'll know that you won't end up and become a victim to the darkness. You will use the darkness as strength. And you need to consciously choose to adopt these alternative thoughts over the negative ones. Do not let yourself be over-consumed with the negative thoughts. Negativity will never get you anywhere. You need to look at the good in things and use it as an opportunity to learn. Use it as a moment to grow. So again, just try to practice cognitive reframing. Try to just turn those negative thoughts into positive ones. And I know that's easier said than done, but this is a long-term process. You're trying to change something in your mental landscape. That just doesn't happen overnight because you have these deeply ingrained thoughts, these deeply ingrained belief systems that is really difficult to change. And it's going to take time to get out of that negative mindset you have and overcome your darkness and let it strengthen you. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with is just be the opposition. Do not fall victim to these situations. Use the darkness to strengthen you. Use it to empower you. Don't become a victim to it and don't let it define your life. And I know that's easier said than done, but realize we have a great community here. You guys are not alone. And you can drop a comment and talk about anything. People will help you out. People will tell you what you need to hear and supportive things. So again, guys, I want you guys to win. I want you guys to succeed. And I just want to make everyone's life better. So if this video brought you value, if you found it interesting, if you liked the Bane intro, please drop a comment down. Let me know your thoughts. And consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed. So again, guys, I'm Seabear. I want to thank you again for watching my video and just continuously supporting the channel. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.